we do this kind of event, things move at a pace that's a little bit different than what we've expected. We have both Congressman Payne here, and we also have Senator Booker. So Senator Booker is going to come up. We're going to have a brief introduction. Taiisa Kelly. He only has a few minutes to wave at us, but we'll try to do a photograph. So even if we can't get you behind us, we'll get a photograph of everybody here because we really want to be part of the solution. Taiisa, if you can come up. To save time, again, we're going to keep everybody in the audience with Senator Booker, but when we take the photograph, please stand. So we'll take the photograph looking out with him. We're really grateful that he's here. Taiisa, can you go on a second?
Thank you, everyone, for coming. It's really heartening to see all of us here today to stand up for some critical needs in the state of New Jersey, specifically the critical need of housing. And it's really heartening, and also in a way it's a little bit disheartening because it just highlights how important this issue is and how much need there is in the state. We want to continue to say and use our voices to make sure that everybody knows that we need the funding for the programs that make a difference in the lives of everybody. There should not be anybody in the state of New Jersey that is homeless at this time. And we need to continue to work harder and fight and make sure our voices are heard so that the funding that helps support the programs that get people into housing continue to operate, that we continue to create more housing opportunities for those who are in need, and that we never let that voice down until we see that there are no more people who are homeless in the state of New Jersey. Thank you.
I'd like to take a moment to introduce Senator Booker, the other senator who represents all of New Jersey. To make it easy, so we don't have to get everybody up to get behind us, what we're going to do is Senator Booker's in a hurry because he's got to get back to the Senate business. But we want Senator Booker to come up and say a few words. But in the process, we want everybody to gather around so when he leaves, we can have him stand in front of us and do a photograph of Senator Booker.
Hello, everybody. If I could just say real quick, I'm so sorry. A bunch of us right now, we've been fighting for criminal justice reform. Good. Right now. So right now on the Senate floor, we have a rare moment where I have 15 minutes to give a very impassioned speech about the outrageousness that we're about to leave on a 7-week break, but we haven't brought to vote things that would reduce mandatory minimums, things that would empower us to have a criminal justice system that doesn't treat you better if you're rich and guilty than if you're poor and innocent. And so my window is closing and I'm going to run, but I just want you to know, especially when I look around this room and see some people I've been working with literally for about 20 years. I started my career as a housing rights activist. My first job was as a lawyer fighting against slumlords in Newark, New Jersey. That's fine, and so I'm very, very proud. I'm very, very proud to stand with folks who have never left the fight, whose hands remain along the plow. We live in a nation that unfortunately is not living up to its mandate of being a country where we truly have liberty and justice for all. We have children growing up in unconscionable conditions, and we're lacking the compassion and empathy to say that, hey, I would never want my little child to grow up in an environment that is so environmentally toxic. Yes, lead paint poisoning didn't start with Flint. We still have 500,000 cases around this country from lead paint to lead in our soil. We still have housing that it's not habitable, and we still have a housing shortage where right now in America families are doubling, tripling up, and we still have housing rules that allow bankers and others to foreclose on homes, and we give breaks to them and not to people who have debt that was often created because of a corrupt mortgage industry. And so I want you to know that I've been in this fight for 20 years. I'm proud to continue this fight now. And since I've been in the Senate, we've been able to get some good things done, but we have so much more work to do. And I'll say this finally. Remember, change does not come from Washington, it comes to Washington. If we want to change this country, we've got to bend the moral arc of this nation towards greater justice so that we can live in a day that everybody in America truly fulfills those ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And fundamental to that vision of the original framers is in making sure everybody has a place to live in this country with dignity and security. Thank you very much.
get a picture of the whole